Hi, I am Rajab Lignain, a software developer at Venable Instrument. In this video, I will walk you through how to use servo control function in Venable stability software to take data measurement. In this tutorial video, we will be using the Venable FRA 6340 to measure the loop gain frequency response of the TPS 54310 DC-DC converter evaluation board. The board supplies 3.2 volts to the connected 3 ohm load resistor. To measure the loop gain, we connect channel 1 to the loop input at point TP5 and the ground at point TP6, and we connect the channel 2 to the power supply output at point TP7 and the same ground. And lastly, we connect the generator output across the resistor R7 at point TP7 and TP5. The Venable 6340 FRA has a built-in floating oscillator, so we don't need an injection transformer. When we finish setting up the connections, we run the Venable stability software and then connect to the analyzer with the USB. Once the analyzer is connected, the analyzer control panel will be enabled, so you can configure the analyzer settings. First, we configure the sweep and generator settings. We set the start frequency to 100 Hz and the stop frequency to 400 kHz. We set the AC voltage output to 30 mV and the DC voltage output to 0 volts. Leave the default settings, sine wave for the waveform and 50 ohm as the output impedance. Next, we configure the integration settings. We select integration by time and we set the time to 3 seconds and we set the delay to 0. Longer integration time increases the sweep time but yield more accurate result. Leave the channel input impedance at 1 mega ohm. Before enabling and using the servo control function, we have to tune the AC voltage output to get a smooth and free noise data plot. So, for now, we uncheck the servo control function. Uncheck the maximum change boxes and option setting. We will talk about these functions in other tutorial videos. Before starting the sweep, we adjust the AC voltage output to get a smooth free noise data plot. To do this, first we select the channel 2 over channel 1 from the ratio box, since the power supply output is connected to channel 2 and the loop input is connected to channel 1. Next, click on Take Data at Start Frequency button and start monitoring the gain and phase readings. Finally, we tune the AC voltage output until get the minimum value that produces stable gain and phase readings. Now we configure the servo control. We select to monitor channel 2 and we set the input voltage to 17 mV. Because the stable channel 2 readings is about 17 mV, the servo function will compare the voltage on monitored channel, which is channel 2, to the AC volts in the servo control and automatically change the generator output until they become equal. We leave the AC out step size at 10 dB default. We set the max AC volts out to 2 volts. Max AC volts out is the maximum voltage that the generator will produce, and it is a useful feature because it prevents the generator from damaging the circuit being measured when the servo turned on. Finally, we enable the servo function and click the Run Sweep button to start sweep. The generator output voltage will automatically be adjusted to maintain channel 2 at the AC volt in value in the servo control setting as the sweep progresses toward the unity gain crossover and as the gain decreases. Before or at the crossover point, turn off the servo by unchecking the servo on checkbox and let the sweep run to the stop frequency. The injection level will be lowest before or at the crossover, where channel 1 and channel 2 are equal in magnitude, depending on the phase margin. Turning the servo off keeps the injection magnitude from increasing to the level set in the max AC volts out at higher frequency, where the channel 2 voltage begins to roll off. Always remember to try to minimize the injection level as much as possible and still get a good smooth noise-free plot when using the servo control. This will minimize the chance of introducing nonlinearities that can cause errors in the measurement. Thanks for watching this tutorial about how to use servo function. Visit Venable Instrument website for more blog tutorial.